Hello, everybody. I'm Bill Russell, President of Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce, and we have another installment of our Best in Business here at the Lake. And we have David Lorusso with DGL Marketing, DGL Worldwide, Pamela Mitzelfeld with Home, Heart, and Soul right up the street, and David Dunn with the LKN Carwash. Hey, and David, I'm going to start with you. I was just sharing with you that, boy, after a rainy day yesterday, where it was just coming down in buckets. It's a gorgeous day and going to be a gorgeous day tomorrow. But what inspired you to open up a car wash here in Cornelius?
Yeah, well, Bill, great question. This I had noticed, I'm in real estate anyway, but I had noticed that this property and business had come on the market in October of 2019. And having lived here for most of my life, I've driven by this car wash for 25 years. I've used it thousands of times, and I just knew it was a piece of property that I was really attracted to. It's about 1.4 acres, right downtown Cornelius, right on the main corridor of Catawba Avenue. So it was a great piece of property, but it had a really cool, old school, lowbrow, self-serve hand wash, car wash on it. And so I was really attracted to it. And so I acted quickly that day, went under contract, called a buddy of mine in Florida, who's actually an active Cornelius investor. And we closed the deal in December of 2019. And it's just been a great investment all the way around ever since.
And you typically have, it looked like a food vendor there most of the time.
Yeah, that's right, Bill. Thanks for noticing that and mentioning it. I have, this is my Main Street Coffee promo. Main Street Coffee out of Huntersville joined us in December of last year on a permanent lease. They're here 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. every single day, 7 days a week. I've got 2 more food trucks coming under the scenario that this is such a great location. It's as I say, it's about 1.5 acres, perfectly square, flat. North Carolina DOT will tell you there's 14,000 cars a day that go down Catawba Avenue. And, all we need is 30 or 40 to pull in and wash their car, buy a cup of coffee, and buy some food from our food trucks. We're expanding. We have a lot of other things planned for the future as well, farmers markets, which we can talk about later. But yeah, we're pretty excited for what we have here.
And just next door to you, you
yes,
can't be any
my dear
more
friend.
Convenient. Home, Heart, and Soul. Pamela,
yeah.
You guys are next door neighbors. You wanted to say where your business is located, and you have a bunch of various businesses within your complex, I think.
She's next to the car wash.
Yes.
Listen, mister, it is good coffee. I can vouch for that. So that's the last thing I'm going to say. We are right next to David at 20901 Catawba. And yes, Home, Heart, and Soul is in, like an old home, a brick house there, and a historic house. And we have several other, like our front room is a women's clothing boutique called Luna's. And then upstairs, we have a vendor who has custom jewelry. And I don't know if you're familiar with Sid Dickens, they're very collectible pieces, and Houston Lou and things like that. So a lot of artwork and that type of thing. And then we also have a esthetician for facials straight from Europe. So it's kind of a, Lori keeps saying it's a one-stop shop. Lori Savio, who owns it, and I keep saying we need something better. That sounds like Costco, but it's a thing for, really mostly fine gifts, home decor. That's what we specialize in. But Luna's is a very well-known boutique as well. So we feel like everything has come together beautifully in that space. It's a unique space, and I feel like we're making the best use of it. So also out of that little house, Lori Savio is our interior designer, and that is her primary business, but we have obviously the store as well. So I manage the store for her. I can vouch for her. I am a former client and customer of the store, and that's how I ended up kind of getting roped in and loving it, and forced to technically live next door to David. So that all happened.
Pam, do I recall that Mayor Washam's grandmother lived in that house? Or
Is that the house? He was born in one of those houses along Catawba. I'm not, was it that one or a couple of houses down?
I'm not sure, but I know in that vicinity, Woody Washam has some ties to one of those homes right there.
Yeah, I'll ask him. I'm a friend of his daughter's and family, and so I see him quite a lot.
David, you have a unique business. Do you want to tell us about what DGL Worldwide actually does?
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, we bought our house. We're at Washam and Westmoreland. We bought our house from the Washam daughter. So one of the Washams 11 years ago actually opened it up for us to get in and look at it because they had moved to Raleigh. So we bought this when the market had definitely tanked, and we renovated the whole thing. And so it's nice. So we love the area. Cornelius is a great little town, and hard to believe 11 years has gone by. But anyway,
Wow.
What we do, we're DGL Logistics, and what we do is we offer what they call third-party logistics. We've been doing this about 30 years. We incorporated officially 4 years ago in Cornelius. But what we do is we save money, save valuable time, and it's easy to implement. And what that is, it's a software that lets you rate, shop, and ship. So if you've done any shipping with eBay or Amazon, you can use our system. So what we offer is import-export expertise. We handle the paperwork. And for small shippers, the ideal customers are those that ship small packages, every day, and they need the discounts, but they can't get the discounts because they don't ship enough. We've been doing it for a long time. We've got some money down with the carriers, and so we get the discounts. It's not because they love us, it's because of this. So we know the best way to advise you how to ship, how to move things around from anywhere in the world. And that's what we do. So we're kind of a one-stop shopping. We're very personalized. This morning I was on the phone with Peru. We're moving some cargo. Last week we shipped stuff to Vienna. We did Vietnam, Pakistan, Germany, import coming in. So we got a lot of things going. And so what we do is we help people, whether they're big shippers or small, get the discount, and we take the headache away from them. Because a lot of times, if you don't know what you're doing, you ship something, your cost will be astronomical. You pay needlessly. So we help out a lot of small startups, and we also help the big companies that say, hey, we don't have time for this because the people in the shipping department are overloaded. So right now with the container crisis, there are very few empty containers in Asia that need to come here. There's very little space available. So a lot of our stuff is moving by airplane, which is very costly. And also there's not a lot of space. So we find ways when there's extra cargo space open, we can split shipments up, help them out, reroute it. And we grease the wheels and we get the product there. So one example, we had a customer in Mooresville. They had to ship a pallet urgently to Europe. We sent it to Atlanta and we found space on a plane in Memphis. We got it there overnight and it went out and got to Europe, and they made it. It was a big, big deal. They had to have it. We made it happen. So that's what we do. DGLworldwide.com.
There you go. Pam, certainly as a retailer during COVID, you guys were severely impacted. Was there any internet sales? Did you have any internet shopping retail sales?
Actually, Bill, I'm really glad that you asked me that, because we're working on developing further our online store right now. Because what we found is with the merchandise we had that we initially sort of tested, we're getting buyers from New York and Virginia, one from California. So there's a lot of interest in it. As the store manager, I feel that we could really capitalize on that and kind of expand that. So if you look at our website right now, it's going to tell you that we're something like we're closed and doing amazing things. So it will reopen, and I'm very excited about that. But an interesting thing for us that came out of the COVID situation is that I think with people being forced to be in their homes a lot more, they started seeing things that they'd like to improve on. And Lori's design business has just been booming. So in a weird way, it was, one happy benefit that came out of COVID for us, because I think if you drove by, you'd think, oh, this sleepy little business in this sleepy little house. And when we open at 10 a.m., the next time I can catch my breath, it's usually about 3:45 in the afternoon. So, COVID, I think, gave a lot of people an enhanced focus on their home, if that makes sense. And we're definitely seeing that with our sales. And you'll see there's Lori and our mascot, Enzo, who is generally in the store. So yeah, he's my favorite employee. But yeah, so I think COVID has created a lot more interest in the home, and obviously that's what we specialize in. And so we've gotten to meet a lot of nice people who are also excited to be back out in the world, and and exploring what they can do with their homes. Because just one more thing, I don't think I mentioned this the first time, but aside from coming in and giving you ideas and doing home consultations, which Lori will do, we do everything from window treatments to reupholstering and furniture and custom pillows, and even your outdoor furniture can be reupholstered. And there's just, really so much that we can do from that little space. So I'm excited about all the new business that's coming in and all the new friends we're making.
Obviously, you talk about Lori, the owner. Did you guys receive a PPP, first and second round PPP? Small business.
We didn't. That really wasn't applicable to us, and that wasn't something that we had to deal with during COVID. And as soon as we thought it was safe to open up, or for Lori to still do in-home consultations, with obviously the safety measures in place, that continued. So I feel like we were very fortunate, all around. We run on a very small staff. As I said, I manage a store. Lori obviously is the owner and designer, and then Sonia also works at the store, doing the books and all of that kind of thing, and helping with merchandising and stuff. So we really keep it really tight, and I think we run a nice, effective ship. I don't know why I went to a maritime analogy there, but that's what I went with.
Ocean.
There you go. That's right.
David, with the car wash, you guys certainly, I don't know that you were ever affected by COVID. I'm imagining people that still travel still came by, and I don't imagine that was ever an issue for you.
No, I think it was an issue, I think, in a positive way, for a period of time, certainly when some of the full service car washes were not operating because you were disallowed from getting in someone's car and moving it through the machines. And so everyone went to self-service. So I think we were the beneficiary there. Plus, we're a pretty low cost way to get your car washed in a very effective way. And so, as people were, certain populations were benefiting from COVID, some were very constricted by COVID, and financial matters were a concern. We're a low cost way to get your car clean. So that we benefited, I think, in that regard. And yeah, other than that, shortly after we closed on the deal, we went through the winter, COVID came, then fortunately the pollen came, as it does every year, which is our best friend, the pollen around here. Yeah. It's now I think we're, pretty much business as usual.
I have your Facebook page up. Is that probably one of the best ways to contact you if somebody wanted to see your services?
Yeah, I think the Facebook page. I think we also have a pretty good, relatively humorous Instagram account as well, because you just can't believe who comes up on our car wash. Like you see there, we have motorcycles. I had 2 boats in the bay at the same time today, and we get a lot of high-end cars because we are entirely brushless. I have 5 bays. Really? One is a laser wash, which is touchless, and then the other 4 are self-serve. And that one in particular, Bill, that you're on, demonstrates our corporate clients, Anchor, Lock and Key, and the other corporate clients. We get a lot of fleet business in here because it's very important for those fleets to keep their utility vehicles as clean as possible when they're servicing their customers. So that's a big part of our business. But yeah, and we have a lot of, we're trying to really leverage the property. And there's a couple of things I would like to mention. One is Pam and Lori are great next door neighbors and great next door partners, really, because we are implementing now and contemplating events together, and how can we bring people to our 2 properties and they can wash their car, and while they're doing that, you know, someone can go in and shop, and there's a lot of things we can do with each other. We're bringing more food trucks here because you can wash your car, you can get something to eat.
Great idea.
Thank you. And as schools start back, my office manager, Alexa, and I are reaching out to schools where we will, and I'd like for your chamber members to take advantage of this, any nonprofit. What we're creating a program where we will open up one of our bays for free. So you pull in, customer gets a free car wash. The students or the nonprofit volunteers wash the car for them for free. I won't charge anything for the water, the soap, anything that go on. And if you want to make a donation to that school or to that nonprofit as you're driving out, then feel free to do that. It's the old high school, you know, sort of car wash on the corner scenario. So we want to promote that very heavily for our local nonprofits, try to help them raise money. And then the town of Cornelius, which I'm excited to talk about. I have been approved for a downtown Cornelius farmers market in what I call the back 40. I have a large, probably 3/4 of an acre grassy area that I think would make a fantastic farmers market for downtown Cornelius. So the town has approved it, and I'm working on vendors and working on structures and things like that. So our Pam and I, our little corner of East Catawba, which is not East Catawba, but Catawba Avenue. We're really proud of it. It's a real sense of community. There's a significant differentiation between our side of 77 and the west side of 77 with the cluster of, you know, fast food restaurants and things like that. The reason you sat at Wendy's for, you know, 15 minutes today, you know, the east side of Catawba, it's a quaint little old town sort of feel, and we really want to capitalize on that for the future.
Now, I'm assuming that your machines all take credit card?
They do. They all take credit card, debit card, all 5, the laser plus the 4 self-serve bays. They all take cash. Don't be afraid to spend cash up here at the car wash. It's always welcome. We take a lot of quarters. It's a quarter machine over here at the old car wash. And yeah, and we have vending services where you can get wipes and Armor All sponges and things like that.
David Lorusso, we're going to scoot over to you next. You just recently had a recognition from the state, and I want to show a quick video clip. We haven't ever done this before, and actually showing a clip on YouTube that we actually then record on YouTube, but we're going to do that. Okay. And because I think this is really cool, what you've been designated with, and I'm going to play this for you.
We'd like to recognize some new award categories we created this year to reflect the full scope of what we do and to reflect the extraordinary impact companies and partners are making in export markets. First, we want to take time to honor a logistics company based in Cornelius, North Carolina, as our Export Service Provider of the Year. This specialty service company offers express delivery services to and from more than 225 countries and territories around the world. Company representatives feel like our constant companions and have participated in the EDPNC Go Global Roadshow and worked hand in hand with several of our international offices, all in the name of serving North Carolina exporters. The company has also participated in several of our educational events that allow them to provide a higher level of service to their customers. It gives me great pleasure to award DGL Logistics with the 2020 Governor's Award for Top Export Service Provider. We'll now hear from the team at DGL Logistics.
Whether by land, sea, or air, DGL Logistics is the one-stop shipping solution, offering significant savings for small and medium-sized businesses. In addition, DGL Logistics supplies and ships hard-to-find medical supplies and diagnostic equipment, marine and aviation safety and rescue devices, network servers and parts, RF and microwave test equipment, and industrial and manufacturing replacement parts worldwide. Their excellent service has earned them the North Carolina Governor's Export Award as a top export service provider.
안녕하세요. 이영기 박사입니다. DGL 로지스틱에 축하합니다.
Congratulations to my friend and business partner, David and Kalia.
This is Sasha Berger with Tisby and Flame of Coatings. Congratulations, David and Cornelius Lorusso with Export Award. You guys are amazing. DLG Logistics is our most reliable partner of shipping through the years. They are amazing, talented, dedicated, and just great guys to be around. David, спасибо and поздравляю. Congratulations. Thank you very much. A lot of success.
Un saludo desde La Paz, Bolivia para DGL Logistics.
We're the Petries living on our boat here in French Polynesia. We'd like to congratulate DGL Logistics on their award they much deserve. And we'd like to thank them for the outstanding job they do getting important parts and materials out here to us in the middle of the South Pacific. Thanks, David.
Thank you.
Call us today at 704-264-1234. Make DGL Logistics your one-stop shipping solution.
That is really cool. And congratulations, David.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. We
Congratulations,
pivoted-
David.
Yeah, we pivoted last year because some of the customers that could not ship, of course, that's how we make money, is we offer a service and advising and also the discount. But if they don't ship, it cuts us right out. So we started to supply critical repair parts. And my background in electrical engineering and radar and defense and software has helped. So we've been shipping parts around the world and people need that. They drop ship them here and we consolidate and got things going in and out. We've even exported to Hong Kong, China, and Europe and South America. So we're excited. And we're working on Africa. We've got some big things going on now. So from Cornelius, here we go, guys. We're putting us on the map.
Pam, I'm going to scoot over to you. You just recently got back involved with the Chamber of Commerce, but what is one thing that you think the Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce can do to help Home, Heart, and Soul grow that business?
Well, this is going to kind of coincide with what David said, my neighbor said, and that's that I really feel that there's so much that's unique and there's so much to offer about our side of 77, and merchants and businesses down there and our little corner are starting to come together and think in terms of, you know, how I mean, obviously, as David mentioned, we have how many cars go by a day?
14,000 a day.
Wow.
Yeah, 14,000 a day. And so, you know, I feel that one of the things the chamber could do to help us is to shine, you know, more of a focus on that side of town, you know, in any way possible, and, you know, just help us with community engagement. We're new to the chamber, so you know, I'm not 100% sure what that would look like, but if you're asking, that's what that's what we'd like to see. We'd like to see some focus down there. Obviously, the Kane Center is, you know, going in, and I'm also involved with that. I'm on a couple of committees with the Kane Center, so it's a perfect time for us to get, you know, people interested in our side of town.
Yeah, I'd like to, if I could, Bill, just for a second, just tag on to those very valuable comments. And to reiterate, we, on the east side of 77, let's say on Catawba, we're 34 or 35 sole proprietors, entrepreneurs, you know, business owners here. There is a distinction from the west side, which is, you know, corporate franchises or corporate stores and Wendy's and,
Right.
you know, all those stores over there, Starbucks, et cetera, fine, happy to have them. But there's a absolutely clear delineation between the owners over there and the owners over here, and sort of even the culture over here. And from a chamber standpoint, I mean, you guys do a great job for the whole town, but I think there are some marketing and event, opportunities for us. We all live in our community. We've invested our significant money in our community. We run and operate small little businesses in our community. We're linked by maybe 4 blocks, right, between my car wash and Saeed's down to town hall.
Yeah.
I just think that coalition is strong. We're invested. We're passionate about our businesses, our neighbors. I'm passionate about Pam and Lori's, business that they run there, and they're fantastic people. So you're the expert on that part, but whatever the chamber can do to maybe further coalesce this little entrepreneurship that we have over here on the east side would be extraordinarily helpful.
And David,
agreed 100%. It is, as David said, just a very unique area, and I see so many opportunities and event-driven opportunities that I think the chamber, could help support, and especially post-COVID and heading into, dare I say it, the fall and holiday seasons and all of that. It's a nice time, to work on that.
And we're so busy with our own businesses, to have somebody like the chamber come in and say, well, we'll help with, creating events and things like that. We'll pitch in, do whatever. But yeah, I mean, you guys are great. We're super happy to be members. And, but yeah, I mean, we have a strong little corridor here on the east side.
Yeah.
We had a great town board meeting just the other night where there was some other businesses talking about coming in. You know what Old Mecklenburg Brewery is planned.
Yeah.
Certainly the Kane Arts Center, a couple of new developments that is being talked about that are really going to add some vitality to the east side of Cornelius. So that's going to really pick things up.
Bill, if I could just add to that, I'm the one who talked Lori into rejoining. So if you don't make this work for me, my reputation is toast. And
save Pam's job, Bill. Save Pam's job.
We're going to do that. David Lorusso, again, congratulations on your award. Same question though, what do you think the Chamber of Commerce can do to help grow the exporting business?
Well, it's great that you're doing this, Bill. It's so nice to meet Pam and David. I drive by there. You don't realize it sometimes if you're in a rush, and it's nice to be aware of our neighbors.
Slow down, Dave. Come on in.
Yeah.
We'll bring you in.
Right. Well, what the chamber could do is, we've done this for a long time, is let them know that there are great savings to be had in shipping domestically as well as internationally. And here's an example. There's a ruler. The distance between my fingers is 1 inch. Some people don't realize when they go 1 inch beyond a certain limit, they're paying $95 extra per package as an over length fee. There's all types of calculations. It's not just in one dimension. There are many, certain weights, international, residential. We've done this for years, so we can help them save. We save one company probably $100,000 by having them trim that inch or half inch off, which was throwing many packages into the over fee, overweight, So I think like David and Pamela said, let them know that we're here. You don't have to sign up with a contract with us. It's all online. You use it if you want to, and we're here to help you guys out, even the small guys starting out. So just let them know we're here.
David, I'm not even sure the Chamber of Commerce, we do a lot of certificates of origin from companies that have to make sure that it's declared. If it's manufactured here, they have to get the certificate of origin from the Chamber of Commerce. We process a lot of those. I want to remind everybody watching this, of course, this is going to be recorded. We're going to send it out in email to all of our members, place it on our social media. But we encourage you to support your local businesses, buy local. The job that you actually save by supporting local might end up being your own. So again, thank each of the 3 of you for being a part of today's program, and have a great weekend at the lake. Go get your car washed. And do some shopping. And when you buy from Pam, ship it away.
Great. That's it. Check out my article. It's called Ship Happens.
There you go. Have a great day, everyone.
God bless you. Bye, Pam. See you, Bill. We'll stop in sometime real soon.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing you.
Bill.
All righty, bye.
Bye now.